Hey friends, Julie Gualandri here with the Julie G. Homes Group at Austin Portfolio Real Estate with your Real Estate Minute for June 2023. And it is already ripping through July. Sorry for the slight delay, but the holidays were very busy for us. Just wanting to give you some of my thoughts on the market at the moment. It's been super quiet. I've had a number of listings and they're actually scattered throughout Central Texas. So I've had kind of a unique ability to kind of get a real feel and pulse for just buyer activity. And it has been nearly non-existent from mid-May, kind of all the way through June. And that is, honestly, what we would expect in what we used to call a normal summer market back before the COVID times. People would get busy with graduations and get busy with all kinds of actually graduations from high school, college, and then everybody takes off on vacation. And then 4th of July comes and then more people are going on vacation. But interestingly, this week, as I have had multiple listings throughout the area, several of them have gone under contract in the last 7 days. So it does feel like buyer activity is picking up, which is great. So hopefully, it's sustainable and it will grow as we head into the fall. But again, that's going to be really dependent on interest rates. So the interest rate environment is not ideal. I would say, we were operating pretty well in an interest rate environment that was about 5.5% to 6.5%. People seem to get kind of comfortable with that. And then we had the debt ceiling little showdown. And then now rates have been up in the 7s and up. And that over the last 12 months, that's honestly put the brakes on buyer activity. And I would say that did happen here in the last 6 weeks, like I mentioned. And now I actually have a great opportunity with a listing of mine where I have a veteran who's selling his home, and he has a VA loan at 2.375%, which is, wow, I don't know if we'll ever see those rates in the open market again. But this happens to be an assumable mortgage. So what is that? An assumable mortgage it's not available on all mortgages. In fact, conventional loans are not assumable. I've always sat at the closing table and asked during really every transaction, is this loan assumable? And most of the time the answer is no. And then I've come to learn that VA loans are assumable, USDA loans are assumable, and FHA loans can be assumable. So if you happen to be out there and wanting to be a seller and you want to stand out in this market where buyers are turned off by interest rates, guess what? That's a great way to market your property, which is what we started doing. My client decided, it's a big deal for him because he's giving up his VA benefit, because if he lets go of this loan and lets someone assume it, so that the buyer gets to assume the loan at 2.375, then he will not be eligible to utilize that benefit again until the buyer sells the property or pays off the loan. So that's kind of how an assumption in general works. But if you're curious, I'm learning in real time how it works and how to get a buyer and a seller through it. So if you have questions about it, please feel free to call me. It's super fascinating, and I think it's going to become more of a trend as we are kind of enduring this higher interest rate environment of the moment. So I hope you find this helpful. Coming to you live from our APRE office here at Keller Williams. And call me if you need me, and I'll be in touch next month.